Welcome to the Real Koulture, man. It's the main man, 80 Green.
And I'm John Allen.
It's going down, man. Another great episode
of the Real Koulture.
Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Bro. Man, we talked about the little Romeo and Bow Wow. There was a rumor. They're not going to do it. They're going to do Soulja Boy and Bow Wow on the 26th. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? Another
Soulja Boy, tell them. You know they finna do a tour also.
Yeah, they need to.
Soulja Boy,
they need to, man.
Tour, man. It's gonna be a little live, little tour, bring a little teeny bop side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring that little era back, you know, the little Soulja Boy, the B2K, the Bow Wow.
I think you was doing that Soulja Boy too. You was doing that Superman. Let me find out.
Nah,
look at that ass.
A nigga really was what's that boy? I was really on the shoulder lean back, Young Dro T.I.
Oh, so that was the Big T. That was the Big T era where everybody had the lean back, rock with it. Yeah, I remember that, man.
So let's talk about another little hip hop news.
Well, man, you know what really didn't got my attention, man. I'm really tripping right now.
What got you hyped, bro? What got you hyped?
I'm really tripping that June 27th. The day of DJ Screw Day, they bringing a Wayne dinner like Vic say, Jacasa 6ix9ine down here to perform.
Come
on June 27th. Man, that's so disrespectful for the city of H-Town, man.
I'm gonna just speak like this, man. Snitches get stitches, man, and they get found in the ditch, you know, over there in that bayou. We don't represent nothing like that. You know, just being real. And as a fan, I'm upset. But I want to ask you, because you really a part of the culture. You said some of the stones out here, man, in this culture, man. So they not having you perform on a June 27th. They didn't call this man 6ix9ine to perform. What's up with that, bro?
Man, when I first heard the news, John, it fried me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know what fried me mean, like it had you stuck and tripping. You was out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, because I couldn't understand, like, this is the day we paying homage to the late, great DJ Screw.
Facts.
Everybody know that, you know, June 27th with him, Youngster, Big Mo, all them singing on there, man.
Your boy Big Pokey.
You know what I'm saying? So
Haircut Joe. Let's not forget.
That day is supposed to be just to play, you know, reference and homage to DJ Screw, man.
That's it.
So June 27th.
Why would you bring somebody weak down here?
We can't forget Youngster too. Youngster on there. So for me to hear about him coming down here on that day, and then the radio stations riding with that, promoting that.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? I got to ride down.
If anything, your boy should have been performing Big Pokey, because he just dropped the Sensei. He should be the headline. He should be the one that the radio station is behind.
3 million streams sold.
You see what I'm saying? He has 3 million streams sold. He has a album that's hot right now. You know, he was a original, you know, member of the SUC. He's on June 27th. He's the one that should be performing. He should be headlining. You know, if you want to ask me as a fan, because I was actually listening to that before the show this morning, you know, because that's where the Sitting Sideways sample come from. It comes from June 27th.
Right in his head.
Yeah. Right, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I'm trying to jam my music. And then on June 27th, that's the day where we all pay homage. We can't go and enjoy a real concert, live concert. We got to stay at home and jam our own music because they got 6ix9ine out there.
And then, look, check this out. They say the concert had all ages. So, you know, he got the little kids. He tried to play on the little kids, too, to get them to come. You know, man, H-Time, man, we known for being player, live, and, man, we don't condone and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we need to really boycott that, man.
Trill spill, man.
About that, man, because you make the city look bad. Whoever that promoter is,
you
listen to the Real Koulture, man. Man, you lost it, man, because we don't stand for that there, man.
You better out putting us up there instead of putting up 6ix9ine.
Master Splinter, man, we all rats gotta die, even Master Splinter.
Facts. And that's just, No, we done talked about the fake, man. Let's talk about the real, man. They have reduced the sentence of that boy Big Meech.
3 years off it, man.
3 years off his sentence, so that boy coming home soon.
It's going down, man.
He already has a deal inked in with 50 Cent and Stars for a series. But some people are saying he didn't get a fair deal or a fair cut from the money of the series.
Yeah, man, and right now they got a lot of people trying to troll 50 behind that because Star had gave $150 million deal.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying, for another series of the Power collection.
Yeah.
But also to put, you say,
and yeah, and it's a package deal. For those who don't know, he already has Power 1 and he has Power Ghost 2. Now he's coming out in a month with Raising Kanan, which would be Power 3, and then he's gonna have Power 4 with Tommy, and that would be based in Chicago. And then the fifth film would be the BMF story. So, like you said, you have 150 million divided by 5. That's 30 million. I don't know what Big Meech got, but to me personally, 30 million is not enough for his story or for the things that he can tell, because he knows so much. He could make at least 2 or 3 movies and 2 series off of his lifestyle, because he's basically, the black Scarface. He's lived so much. And for those who don't know, Scarface was really a woman. And this, she has a show out now, Queen of the South. There's so many different renditions of Scarface, Queen of the South, Rosetta Blanco, Cocaine Cowboys. There's so many different versions of it. So when you have a character like Big Meech, you can't just sell it to no one person. You have to keep the rights for yourself, or keep some of that stuff hidden so you can reveal it later, so you can make more money off of it.
Man, a lot, like I say, a lot of these so-called bloggers or these so-called people that, clout chasers, try to, chime in on to just try to get some notoriety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that was just a move, and then they use a white man to try to call 50 out. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
They use a white dude or whatever. So like I say, man, I'm just looking at, all angles of it.
Well,
I really feel the dude just clout chasing. And you try to say the 50 is messing them over and all that. I'm pretty sure, man, it's like this, man. You got to understand something, man. Like I know, but first of all, Big Meech certified streets.
That's it.
50, he was street nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they worked the deal, and then he been rocking with the BFI.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they've been working together since like 2014, 15.
Mm-hmm.
He been visiting Big Meech. So I'm pretty sure they worked out a live deal, man.
And by us working together, when you have a good union or you have something good going, somebody will try and get in between that to stir up some friction. And I feel like 50 is doing him a service, helping him, because he's coming home with the money. And 50 also has ways to get, like I was saying earlier, to tell those other stories that Meech would like to tell in the media. So like you're saying, I think it's some type of partnership that they built, and like you're saying, it's people hating on them.
Right. Man, when you making moves, man, it wouldn't be right if somebody not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, that's just another way to clout chase, to get likes, to get followers, and you know what I'm saying, to go viral.
That's it, because the world is about attention now.
So I definitely think, man, that's gonna be live, probably on the live series.
Man,
if you just read the book,
man,
the
I
Black
read
Mafia
like
family
3
book,
times.
you know what I'm saying?
Man,
and him just giving a little bit of his life.
Well,
I'm
a 50 fan as far as his books and his series. I'm a Big Meech fan, so like you're saying, it's a triple threat. It's gonna be phenomenal, because I saw the trailer for Raising Kanan and it looks great, but I feel like the Big Meech story is gonna be better. So if he can put that same effort into the Big Meech, man, it's gonna be wonderful. There's also another series about to come out, man, and I know you down with these boys. The Wu-Tang got a season 2. The Wu-Tang American Saga coming out this September. What you think about that?
Man, I think that's gonna be very classic. It's gonna be very historical to be able to like, cause they kind of like underrated. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely play a part of the hip hop evolution. Yeah. As far as like when you think of them coming from where they come from, the streets of New York, Harlem, and to be some of the first rappers next to Eric B and Rakim. I think Rakim to drop science in their lyrics. So, you know, them my 5% brothers, man. They were some of the first ones to do it and to be able to set a trend, to drop knowledge, you know what I'm saying, in your songs, to try to, you know, enlighten the deaf, dumb, and blind through your lyrics. So, man, that's going to be a live story or a series, man.
Yeah, nah, and, I really enjoyed season 1. You know, I'm a little bit younger than you, so it was stuff that I had to learn, you know, about, you know, the Rakim and him changing his name and the meaning of his name and him finding his faith and his I think his cousin was already down with the faith and he was trying to put him down with it. So all of that stuff was interesting. Then like they still in the streets, you know, hustling, you know, selling this, selling that, people burning their house up, shooting at them. So it's a lot of stuff and all they trying to do is make music. So it was just interesting to watch the rise, you know, and all the different things that they had to go through as far as like people dying, because that's how it is, you know, in the streets. I know, you know, as far you rose to fame early, you know, as what you would say like a high school, late in high school, but some of the people that you went to school with and while you were rapping, they was passing away. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're showing that in the series, you know, it's not just about us. It was other people that played a part in this for us to be successful. So I really like that, and you know, I listen to the Wu-Tang, but you know, being here in Texas, man, you know, I'm gonna listen to the Swisher House because I felt like the Swisher House was my Wu-Tang. That's
exactly. That's what I was about to say.
That's how I felt, you know. And
that's just what I'm about to say, John, because it's groups like the Wu-Tang who inspired hip-hop as a whole, as far as like the groups. Because them brothers was like, by 10 deep or whatever, but when they came, that's how they was coming. So like you say, so when you think about it, you got these other groups down south, like, who are deep. You got your SUCs, you got us, the Swisher Highs. You know, we was deep as well. So that kept it to as well to say that groups still alive. You can
still make a group
be
and do
deep.
Something.
You can drop compilation albums and still be hot and bringing some fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's groups like that inspired us. You know, like as I remember, Big Meech, he rapped off one of their classic songs that the doo. You know what I'm saying? And that boy that went in on it. You know what I'm saying? So just to take those East Coast beats and to be able to be like, I'm gonna smash it, but I'm gonna do it in the down south way.
And man, now you know my brother over there, man, Vic Damone, he will tell you, man, and yeah, y'all see the fresh cut. Shout outs to Vic Damone. Man, I say, man, if you cut my hair, man, we got to be listening to that North Side anthem, man. Yes, that Slim Thug, man. Put that on, man. Yeah, cause I loved that as a kid. I always loved to hear my Houston people wreck somebody else beat. I love that. I love that. You know, either it be Chamillionaire, you know, either it be Big Pick, you know, Big Tyke, you know what I'm saying, Slim Thug. I love to hear them on somebody else beat and make it better than what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it takes a certain artist to do that, because everybody can't do that. Take somebody else's song and make it better. And I'm gonna tell you, the true master of all that is this guy, his homeboy, Chamillionaire. Man, that dude will take anybody's song and he'll make something else, and you'll be like, man, whatever they playing on the radio is trash. And that's how I grew up listening to AD in the Swisher House, because you don't want to listen to the radio until you listen to the Houston radio, 97.9 The Box. If you can get that station that's coming in clear, because we taking it back to the 90s, you know it's going to get a little fuzzy. So you got to make sure it's clear.
You know, you got to do it in a Texas, H-Town, you know what I'm saying, type of, put a little drip, a little sauce to it,
That's
man.
it,
you know?
man.
So those guys you name, man, like Chameleonaire, just to watch them grab the mic and like sing songs like you say, the Sarman Jackson, to remix it. Them haters be asking, switch the house, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got the ice in your grill.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, like we say, Big Pig come on there on the Wu-Tang, well, it's my suit. Watch me recruit. I, you know what I'm saying? Flip a fifth wheel salute in Beirut. You feel me? So, man, for us to be able to do that, man, and take those folks' beats and do it the way we want to do it, you know what I'm saying? That just was the uniqueness about us.
That's it.
So that's what everybody wanted to look forward to is, man, how did he sign on a Jay-Z beat, or how did he wreck that? You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So that's what we was known for,
and
man.
It made people want to do music with Houston people. I love to, you know, and a shout out to your boy Slim. But I was loving when at the concert when he did his Three Kings verse, because that was one of my jams. You know, I'm a Bun B guy. You know, then you got Tip, then you got Thug. To me, that was just one of my all-time favorite classics. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So all the hard work when he did that CD, it was just like, man, everybody been jamming Houston music, and it's finally like we got our receipt. You know what I'm saying? When he did that Three Kings, it was like, okay, everybody in the game really is jamming Swisher House. So I love to see when our Houston artists collab with other people, either when it be Power Wild and Jill Scott. You know what I'm saying? You can be with your little females.
Can't forget he done something with Kanye too, Power Wild and Kanye.
Man, you see what I'm saying?
Speaking of that Kanye,
you can't beat that. And you know. And Watts is the icon, is the legend, but you got to think about it. For Kanye to come from Chicago to come to Houston to work with the best of the best, come on, man.
We had to show him how we was swinging down here. You know what I'm saying? We had to show him how we were double cupping. We had to show him how them trunks was popping and them foes was tipping. You know what I'm talking about?
Man. You need to, Kanye, you know what? You need to come back. You need to come back to Houston, because when you was coming to Houston, you was doing College Dropout, and you had some good music going on.
Go back to that old Kanye.
Come on back to that old Kanye. You can get your house out here. 50 got a house out here. We gonna welcome you.
H-Town is the next wave, man. I'm talking about we taking over, man. Everybody's moving out here, man. So you might want to go ahead and put you a fan fat trip in.
That's it, man.
And see how it go down,
you just got a divorce. You see what I'm saying? So you can get you one of these hotties. They got their fans only. And speaking of divorce,
gonna be like Jane Harden.
Ooh,
fans only. Gotta watch it. Hey, look, if y'all watching this video right now, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. I'm talking about whatever you doing. So right now, to subscribe to The Real Koulture. You know what I'm saying? It's your man, AD Green.
And I'm John Allen.
And we gonna come to you after this break, man, with another 5 set, man. For real. Bye. It's your man, AD Green, man. You tune into The Real Koulture podcast.
It's your boy, Victor Maestro.
And I'm John Allen.
If you watching this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to The Real Koulture.
Many boys can't stop me. I get all my videos directed by Hot Topic.
Yo. Hey, what's up with?
Highway Yellow. AD Green. I'm back. Told him, man. You got him with this one.
Big bag. Don't talk about coming down, shit ain't dead, ho.
Told him, man.
AD, break these niggas off one time.
The chopper leaving wet, he was a suspect. Game over, it was sudden death. Nickname R.I.P., now that's soap quit. I live life, so it's no regrets. Went from flossing cars to now we private jets. Stay on top, like a glass jar. Dude don't wanna see me, he got a glass jar. You can have the battle, but I'ma win the war. Yeah. Crackers want me dead cause they know my essence. Cream of the crop, I'm protesting. Came from the soil, I know my lineage. Trendsetter in the game, they stole my legacy. We was in the streets like pedestrian, grinding hard, getting green like a vegetable. I got my eye on this game like I'm Tyron Mathis. I got them scared to throw in my direction, cause I'm a ball hawker. Intercept ya, it's a blowout, run the scope up, nigga. Yeah, I hear him talking shit, boy, you a bitch. Got his Y and S chromosomes mixed, no testosterone, just estrogen. Fam don't know who we fucking with. Burn them fast, like a wind sprint. Disappear on him, they wonder where he went. If the rap game was waste, then I got strength. He struggling with his weights, get him off the bench. I push the weight hard, then I'm moving shit.
Push the weight hard, now I'm moving shit.
Push the weight hard, now I'm moving shit. Switch a house to labor, nigga. Highway gang to click. Me and AD Green, we be up on some other shit. I'm talking like fuck your sister and fuck your mother shit. And I ain't friendly at all, so fuck that brother shit. These niggas out here corrupted just like the government. I can't be hanging with suckers cause they irrelevant. I'm trying to buy a house while niggas rather pay the rent. My nigga 80K home and still be wrecking shit. To be on a song with that nigga, man, this a blessing, bitch. It's 2020 and niggas still on that faking shit. I never sell my soul just to make it, bitch. All I wanna do is get my money, a player like me gon' shine. Can't fuck with these hoes, they broke, they really wanna waste my time. And a lot of these niggas, they ain't my friend, they just wanna ride my wave. And a lot of y'all niggas, y'all been on dicks since way before I had to praise. Now I'm faded up and I'm prayed up, cause a lot of y'all be plotting. I done came a long way, man, it took a long time, but I'm about to blow up like a rocket, yeah. Player lane, not stopping, yeah. Highway gang, you can't knock it, yeah. I was around when Cash Money had dropped that baller blocking, yeah. I remember when Michael Watts had dropped before the capper. I went old enough to draper, I had syrup in my snapper. A lot of niggas, they ride blue, but I ride red like an apple. I don't fuck with Android, my products come from Apple. Shout out to everybody down with 80 and yellow. Switch a house to made it once, we bout to get it together. And I got it sold up from Haynesville to Oklahoma. This ain't no after the capper, this is after Corona, bitch.
Alright, we back, man. It's your boy Victor Maestro.
I'm John Allen.
And man, we back with another segment, man. We wanna give a shout out to the legendary Tupac, man. May he rest in peace. He would have turned 50. And for you youngest
50 on the 16th.
Yeah, 50 on the 16th. And for you youngsters out there, y'all can only hope y'all have a career as good as him, because by the age of 25, he had 9 platinum plaques.
Come on, man.
He had 7 albums, cause posthumous. but that means he died and then he dropped something. He dropped 7 albums after he died.
And I think he still has two about to come out.
2 about to come out. It's 2 pending. 75 million albums sold.
Oh wow.
7 movies, and he did this all by the age of 25. Some people don't do in their whole entire career.
That's it, man. Yeah. Like I said, he is the icon, not only for hip hop, for just young black men in general. For what you should inspire to be. If you want to maximize your talents, if you want to maximize your talents, Tupac Shakur, that's the man you want to admire. That's the man you want to be like.
I mean, no doubt. That's why it's just definitely, if you think about the things he accomplished, and I was just reflecting on this because when we was young in that era, and you didn't ever think about 25 years down the line. So I think it's just like Malcolm X. Even the great Christ, a lot of people don't understand the time frame these people worked in. They didn't have a lot of time to work, but they accomplished a lot in a small time frame. So that's why I just think about
that's why I say in the hood, you make it past 25, you an OG.
Well, yeah, and in some right now in Chirac, shoot, if you 15 and you blessed to make it past 15.
Man.
So shoot, that's why I say it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing to be able to reflect on Tupac, you know what I'm saying, and that accomplishment. I wish he was here to celebrate it with us.
Hey man, let's talk about it, because we lost the Tupac of our generation, the late great Nipsey. They are giving him a star. Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, him, Michael B. Jordan, and Regina King. What you feel about that, Vic?
Man, I feel like it's overdue, but for more than one reason. Because even though he was killed obviously a while ago, I've been following the trial of the Wayne dinner that they say murdered him. So it's good to see him get his flowers, because on Victory Lap he didn't you know, he didn't win, but you know, the hood, he won in the hood, but he didn't win with, you know, where he should have.
Yeah, my thing with that, the man was dead and he's Grammy nominated. He should have went ahead and won.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, the album that year, Victory Lap, is a classic. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm working on the album right now, and I could only aspire to write an album as great as that, because, I mean, just think about it. That was his first album going, like, you know what I'm saying, going, you know, getting out there, because obviously he had been out there with other projects, but this was his first time.
Nah, you know, he was like, so, you know, an underground success, an underground legend, and he wanted to make it to the mainstream, and you know, once he got a chance to make it, you know, people try to cut him short.
But I think it's kind of interesting about, I mean, not that I'm saying I'm against the Michael B thing, because I, like you already know, I'm a big supporter
I know
of Michael
that's your
B.
guy.
That's my guy. So, but I think it's like a little early, because, you know, I think he has so much more to give to the table. But I mean, not just saying that he isn't deserving.
Nah, and I feel like that as well. Because when you comparing Regina King and Michael B., Regina King obviously deserves a Hollywood, you know, star. But Michael B. Jordan, and like you say, he's done so much.
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't like how you it sound like you about to say a but. I'm not saying we ain't gonna do. I ain't saying I'm for this here. You hear me?
Nah, what I'm saying, you usually get that at a later stage. Yeah. You get at a later stage in your career. That's all I'm saying. He's young. He's done a lot of stuff, but I think he could do more. That's all I'm saying. You
sound like them old NBA vets that's mad at these youngsters because they coming in getting these fat chicks. Like, that's what they sound like. You want to? So I can't get the bag.
Look at her resume and look at his resume.
Well, let's look
and
at
let's go back to 227. You know, she's in Poetic Justice. You see what I'm saying? She did the Boondocks. She has the stuff on HBO, Watchmen, and this is recent.
But who has the most impactful? Who has the most impactful films? Let's just put
now,
this out there.
Watchmen,
I ain't gonna lie, it was a true event, but it seems like when they take true events, they got to make Wayne Dinner situations out of it. So you got to take that one off. You got to take that off the table, because a black gay superhero.
What about? There's a thin line between love and hate. You know, she has so many classics. Regina King.
Well, a thin line between love and hate was headlined by you know, one of the sexiest women of our generation, man. So you know what I'm saying? and Martin Lawrence was in his prime. So really, I'm not trying to discredit her, but she wasn't. You got to give me something where she is the main actor. If she's not the main actor, then I can't attribute that to that, because that's not get it twisted here. This is Martin in the '90s. Who was hotter than Martin in the '90s? Or did you forget?
I did not forget.
Oh, okay. Because last time I checked, that's when Def Comedy Jam was going on.
So you're saying that she doesn't deserve the Hollywood star and Michael B. Jordan does?
No, sir. That's not what I said.
I'm just trying to get it clear.
What I'm saying is, when we gonna break it down on who's had the most impactful, if you're gonna go like that, then Michael B. Jordan has a way more extensive catalog as far as if you want to get to the real roots of what's going on in the black community.
Man,
she came out with. Hold on, wait a minute. She
Black
came
Panther?
out with. That's when we ain't talking about Black Panther, because Black Panther, we know them the Zulus. We've been that ain't nothing to see, because the Enlightened already know what the real story is. So that ain't nothing that you telling me that's new. But what I'm talking about is when you bring stuff to the forefront. Have you seen Ken? Have you seen any of his movies? Because if you're gonna talk about Michael B., say I watch. I'm not a person to talk about it and don't see it.
I'm not saying the dude's been acting since The Wire. I watch Fruitville Station. I watch Creed.
Okay, and what's Fruitville? Fruitville's a what? A true story, right? About some real, like, the stuff that you can relate to as a black man, right?
Hey, the man say you shot me, bro.
Come on, man.
You killed me,
for no
bro.
reason.
I got a daughter, bro.
And pull the trigger like it was no problem.
Hey, that right there. If you a father, shoot, you'll cut the TV off. The real talk. The man say you shot me, bro. I'm just trying to get home to my kid.
That's it, man.
That's it. Nah, I'm a Michael B. fan, and I'm gonna use it as an example. Clarence Avon. This man has done so much for everybody. Period. In Hollywood and music and everything, and he got his Hollywood star at an elder stage, a late stage in his life. That's all I'm saying. Most people get their stars at a later stage, but Michael B. Jordan, I'm a fan of you, brother, and I believe in you, and I think you deserve, getting your star.
Don't say no but.
If you want to get this star, you need to go up there to Warner Brothers and you need to tell them, I want to pay Icon and I want Regina King to direct it, and then you'll have my thumbs up.
Well, I don't think he care about your thumbs up, so we gonna keep this marathon rolling. Michael B, man, get your flowers right now and later, because they've been dragging us for years. So it's good to see the young brother, get a little pat on the back.
Man, a little pat on the back, man. Let's talk about, man, the man that was telling us what was going on, man, Mr. Marvin Gaye.
Oh man,
man. Dr. Dre, man, shout outs to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is actually working with some people out there in Los Angeles, making some musical schools to help the children. But not only is he doing that, he's about to work on the Marvin Gaye biopic called What's Going On. And man, I've been waiting to see this my whole entire life.
Well, hold on, man. Since we talking about Marvin Gaye, I got to ask you some questions, man, just to identify, see if you really identify with Marvin Gaye or as you is for real or what. So what's so? And I don't want to hear no, man. I heard it from the grapevine. None of this here, man.
Come on, man.
What's your go-to when you with? Because Marvin is smooth.
Okay. Now this is real. This is real.
We putting the CD in and we about to go there.
We finna go there. So those who don't know, man, you better get ready. Cause you got to listen to Distant Lover.
So what you gotta do before you do this? So you got to have the lights at turn them down.
Yeah,
turn them down.
Now you can,
man. Don't give me that same what's going on, man. About you know what I'm saying that normal catalog. I need some extensive stuff, man. I need something deep.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. Now you can do Distant Lover. You can do Distant Lover live, or you can do the regular version. You know what I'm saying? Then one of my favorites, Too Busy Thinking About My Baby. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm a stubborn kind of fella, cause sometimes I do be stubborn. You know what I'm saying? My favorite is probably Come Get To This, cause when you see that girl. You gotta come get it. You gotta come on in. Got to come get it. You should have named that.
I want to come on in.
Yes, sir. Hey,
I want to come on in.
And then everybody knows you're all.
Come on, man.
I need you.
Hey. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Now, when you present them, see, that's why I like two different perspectives, man. Because it's not saying that your perspective is wrong. It's just saying that we got different ones.
Yeah, everybody, what now? Give me some of yours.
See, back in the Gap, man, I gotta tell you about this story first, man. I had this truck back in the Gap, man.
Let's get in the truck.
Yeah, I had this old school truck, man. This old school Chevy, man, and I came through playing that Marvin Gaye, If I Should Die Tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
So, if I should die.
A lady came out the store. She here in the old school. She came out the store. She said, "Who's that trying to get in trouble?" So you know me, I'm looking around like, I guess it's me then. She's like, "Baby, what you know about that?"
F.Y. Marvin Gaye is the trouble man. You can look that one up too.
Hey, Inner City Blues, make me wanna holler, man. Throw up both my hands, man. You hear me? This ain't living, man. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye was a
Taxes, Dead, and Trouble.
Man, come on, man. That's why I say What's Going On. It's a classic, but it's so easy to talk about because it depicted a story of what was going on in his time. Because really, that's the same question we asking right now.
Right now,
what is going on?
And I'm gonna quote this man verbatim, Smokey Robinson. Smokey say, "What's Going On is the best album I've ever heard." He says, "The best album I ever heard then, and it's the best album I ever heard now." And that's coming from Smokey. And continue on, Vic.
It was so good. I'm talking about, you got to think how they hit a lick on that, bro. Because I'm just gonna catch it off that, man. We gonna be the tag team duo today, man. You gonna set up the shot. I'm gonna bust that. Man, Mar, he was live because he was so live that they hit the lick back in the Gap, hit the lick in the 90s, hit the lick in 2000, then they came in the 15 with a remaster.
Hey,
come on, man, you done pimped that. That man catalog so extensive, and then you got to put 3 times on that because they didn't pimp that by 3 times.
But the reason is because it's all Marvin. It's Marvin on top of Marvin. And for my singers, you'll understand this. He was singing all octaves, and then he's playing the bongo drums. So he'll play the drums, ba-dum-dum. He'll play the drums and then he'll hum. And after he does that, then he'll sing his verses. Make you wanna holler.
So that's called giving them the whole show, right?
Yeah.
The whole show.
You know, he would do tenor, he would do bass, and then he would sing falsetto. And he would play his own instruments at different times. He would do it then, and then, okay, that session's done. Then I'm going to do that. And Barry Gordy and Smokey and everybody there watching, and they call it Marvin on top of Marvin. Because nobody was doing that at this time. You know, Stevie Wonder, he came in and he told Barry, he said, look here, man, I want to be creative. It's the 70s. I want to do something different because, you know, everything was concrete. You know, they're trying to make money. It's the white people's world. You want to make money in the white people's world. Man, Stevie, he did his album. Marvin said, man, that was pretty fire. Then he heard this song called Imagine. You know, John Lennon. He said, I'm done. I could do something better than that.
You talking about John Lennon of the Beatles?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Yes,
you got to put emphasis on that.
And yeah, John Lennon of the Beatles.
You can't say like
and I just want to let you know, these people were inspired by Marvin Gaye and Motown. I'm gonna just put it out there, you know, and they're sending letters. And the man Otis, he say, man, we made my girl went #1. I got a letter in the mail from John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Say that's a bad mother, shut your mouth.
Oh man, you know, and when they signed out back then, the Beatles was like Babe Ruth. They hitting home runs.
That's it. So, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to give y'all a little bit of game, you know. Be on the lookout for the Marvin Gaye movie, you know, because it's coming soon.
Gonna be fire.
Too far, you know, because man, his life ended, you know, tragically, but you gotta watch the movie to find out.
It's your boy Victor Maestro.
And I'm John Allen. Please do not forget to get your phone, like, subscribe, and share, and then get your friend phone and you tell
the same
them
thing.
to like, subscribe, and share. And this is The Real Culture.
You are tuned in to The Real Culture.
I told them boys when I get home, it's on, like Pac said, man.
What they gon' say? What they gon' say? Falling on way. What they gon' say? Falling on way.
Yeah.
Ain't even gon' play. What they gon' say? Falling on way. What they gon' say? Falling on way. What they gon' say? Falling on way.
What you know about Sunday? MLK, slab riding all day. Blue line over gray, red line on the K. Orange line so sick, Papa side looking thick. Foes turning trunk split, chrome grill and bumper kit. Welcome to that H, baby. Pouring up, sipping daily. R.I.P. Pimp C, Screw Mode, PAT. Big Hawk, Misha G. Reppin' for all the legends. Summertime that drop naked. Swing mode, I drive reckless. Yellow bones keep it sexy. Snow bunnies and bad mess. My red bone be tatted up. My chocolate tone gon' bang it up. My Asian chick be modded up. My pockets, they be knotted up. My gray tape be chopping up. Screwed down and slowed up. This is for that Texas. Man, hold up. This is for that Texas. Man, hold up. Yeah, AD Green. We still crawling on gray. Tell them, come on.
What they gon' say? Falling on way. What they gon' say? Falling on way. What they gon' say? Falling on way. Ain't even gon' play. What they gon' say? Falling on way.
What it do?
What they gon' say?
AD.
Falling on way.
Wow, wow.
What they gon' say? Falling on way.
Hey. Wow, wow, baby. Hey.
What they gon' say, I'm a ballin' parlay. I'm apple over silver with the insides gray. Swinging through the fourth ward, riding down gray. If money is the destination, I am on the way. No matter the time of day, I'm always getting paid.
Head turn a block burner, nah, I don't play. Catch a play, catch a fade, Glock throw away. Turning heads, daily move, bitch, get out the way and give me room, cause I'm coming through, baby, what it do? AD in that ocean blue, sipping on the tip, sideways, and I'm looking good, gotta keep it true. Getting money till I'm in the grave, it ain't nothing new. This one for the slab rider, swing wide, pop trunk. This one for the slab rider, swing wide, pop trunk. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It's Power Wow, and I'm still breaking boys off, you know what I'm saying?
So if you come to the front of the stage, and you ain't got more than a stack in your pocket, man, please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Let's go. Let's go. A money shot is when she tooted up, make you wanna hit up. Grab that ass from the back, yeah, that's how you hit up. Look, East Coast got some bad strippers, and yeah, West Coast got some live strippers, but man, ain't nothing like a down south stripper. They took off, they took off.
Welcome back, Real Koulture. Another 5 segment. Gonna close out on this one, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the Real Koulture, man. Check it out, man. What you feel about what's going on, man? I'm talking about, you heard about the late...
About the Juneteenth situation?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get right into it.
Man,
I'm saying though, but you celebrate Juneteenth, right?
Nah, I don't celebrate no holidays, and I'm not gonna celebrate that holiday. If I'm gonna celebrate anything, it's gonna be something else.
Juneteenth, you ain't celebrate.
Nah, because
it's a holiday now.
Well, I don't understand what we celebrate. Now we celebrating that it took them 2 years to free us, or we celebrating that we freed, and I thought we was born free, or what are we really celebrating?
Man, look, man. Right now, you have a lot of miseducated folks, man. I'm talking about our black folks and everybody else that say they part of our struggle with us, with the black folks, who are misled and misguided and don't understand the seriousness behind just, okay, now you give us a holiday. So I want to touch the surfaces. I want to scratch the surfaces a little deeper and tell them, the folks that's listening, because you know on the Real Koulture, we drop jewels, we give knowledge, we give wisdom. So I want y'all to listen up, man. Pull your seat up or whatever, grab some popcorn. Check this out. Here go the science on this right here. Juneteenth. First of all, they say it was the day that they freed the slaves. It's supposed to be a celebration. You know, in tradition, we have all our family to celebrate. We have big barbecues. You know, everybody just hang out and kick it and just think that, okay, that's a black day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We was free. First of all, let me clear the dogma that's already into that. Okay, the slaves was not free until 2 years later. First of all, in the coast, the ship sailed to Galveston. Yeah. And when they hit the coast at Galveston, the slaves were not free in Texas.
Yeah, so they had to call the National Guard in, shoot. Because if you had all them people, you know, getting all this free labor and people, because you got to understand something too, and this is how destroyed we was as a people. Because not only did you have people, the slave masters that didn't want to tell them, but you also had the slaves that didn't want to leave. So it's really an abomination, man, to sit here and think you can. Now you're gonna tell me years later, because the further I noticed this, because it's just like interpretations of anything. The further you get from the truth, it seems like it gets a little bit watered down. In this situation here, the horrors of slavery never get told. The truth will never be told. And so that's why I feel like this here is nothing but a appeasement, and it's not appeasement to us. It's a way for the white man to appease itself, to say, look what we did. We freed y'all. So, cause let's just put this in perspective. And a good brother of mine, shout out to my boy John Allen, man. He said this here, man. I think my boy, my uncle Rod, he was in on this agreement as well, man. Like, if you gonna give us somebody a holiday, you know what I'm talking about? Why you gonna give me a holiday in the summer when nothing going on? So basically, when my off time, I'm already in Florida kicking it. So that means it's nothing. It's not gonna be an acknowledgement. Yeah, you're gonna say it, but it's not like on a day that it's gonna interrupt their day flow. It's like if you go back to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, he has a day, but one of the realest to ever do it, Malcolm X, he doesn't have a day because they're not gonna disrupt their day to honor Malcolm X. But for Martin Luther King, and we've discussed this, prior episode, they're going to give him his flowers, and they're going to give you time off to think about it. That's
because when you think about, when you go to the late, great Malcolm X's, he was considered like a radical or something. He was like real heavy as far as like not just peace. He was not like for no nonviolent or none of that. He was against that. He was more of a representative for the nation, Islam, and for other brothers that just bear arms. That's where you came up with your Huey Newtons and your Fred Hamptons and all those brothers that rise and was able to throw up their fist and was ready to defend the black community. So anything that goes against their agenda, of course, they're not gonna want to celebrate that or to recognize that. That's why he goes unappreciated, you know what I'm saying, for as his works go. But when you really scratch the surface and really look at the truth, you understand, like, man, it really was for Malcolm. Malcolm really started trailblaze. Oh, yeah, he really was one of those trailblazers.
I mean, Malcolm X was on point because it's like. And that's why I like to always highlight his message, because a lot of people misinterpret it because that's what the media wanted to do. Because you got to understand something. The person that's writing these articles, they don't know what he was going through. They don't know what it was like holding up the AK at the window, because it's an iconic shot. But I don't think if you looked at really what was going on, and if you had a temp on your life, I don't think it was a glamorous time in his life, because basically at the end what you're seeing was Malcolm X was alone. He had nobody. When everybody turned their back on him, and even the police went as far as to make what they would call what do they call them, stress calls, or they was calling it wellness calls, because they knew he had death threats. But this is why I respected Malcolm X. I said Malcolm Luther. But this is why I respected Malcolm X so much. The day he went to the day he was killed at the Audubon, They talked to Malcolm because he was real trouble. You could see it even in the movie. He was real trouble. He knew, and they said, "Brother, why don't we get security?" Even the Chicago PD had reached. I mean, the New York PD had reached out to see if he wanted somebody at the door. He said no, because Malcolm had so much love for his people that even in his blindness, he could not see that the main people you was fighting for was the main people that's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So that's why my heart go out to him, because he turned down security when his life was really, they bombed his house, and he still didn't want security. They even at the Audubon, and I'm gonna let me lead, because it's this deep. They gotta know this. Right, and the people that killed him said, man, if he would have just had somebody at the door, they would have never even followed through with what went down. But because he trusted us so much, he let them people go in blindly. And
not only that though, he knew his time was coming. You know what I'm saying? He knew that this could be the day, because when you follow and read, because I'm a Malcolm X supporter as well. I follow a lot of his documentaries and stuff. So when he knew that it was somebody inside of his Malcolmites groups and the grassroots that he started, he knew that it was some brothers who was betrayed him and now. From the Nation Islam all the way to that, he knew that it was some type of informant, somebody was snitched, because they knew his every move, they knew everything he was doing. So like you said, the brother was tired, he was alone. He was like, look, when they asked him that, why we get some more security, he was like, nah, let's just go on with it, brother. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what time it was, and it's just like when you on a mission, and when you know you're fearless, and you're able to go ahead, and if it take my life to be the sacrifice for my people, then I'm gonna go on. So Malcolm knew, you know what I'm saying? But he was a fearless brother. But to go back to what we were saying, as far as this holiday goes, you have a lot of miseducated folks that don't know that, even when we had a holiday, when they was calling it Juneteenth celebration, I still never celebrated.
Yeah, because all you wanted was to play was some real.
The seriousness behind that. You gonna give me some watermelon and you gonna make me throw
some
a
real,
barbecue
some abominations.
You want me to celebrate that? You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna talk about the Emancipation Proclamation, the bill was already set when Abraham Lincoln was supposed to set
he set the play in motion.
Free.
Yeah, he set the play in motion.
And they really feel that it was behind Abraham Lincoln who really set us free when we were never free, even with the Emancipation Proclamation. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't know history, I'm not talking about history. I'm talking about really concrete facts of history. You'll think that, hey, it was Abraham Lincoln that freed the slaves.
No, it was the Most High that freed the slaves. It wasn't no man.
And even in that, he knew in his party, it was some people that was against that agenda for him doing that. But I will give you this. But he had agenda even doing that, the signing that bill. You know what I'm saying? Because they recognize it that it can be a win-win-win as far as the economy goes. You see what I'm saying? Because it was all about capitalism and colonization.
Yeah,
Thought it was a money thing. You see what I'm saying? Because technology evolved. The cotton gins and all that, those things was dead, but the slave worked in the field.
Yeah, they were still going on in the South. They just wasn't going on in the North.
So they feel that we don't need the Negroes no more because we bringing this new technology in. We bringing these automobiles in. We bringing all these different things. So the frontier has switched and took another direction. So that was part of the campaign's agenda, even when he signed the bill. But a lot of people don't know that. But I had to drop their jewels.
Well, I like to take this too. I like to take this too from a different perspective too, and just add my little 25 cents on. So we just throwing it in the pot. So Abraham Lincoln, one of the major reasons why he released, he even freed the slaves, because like you said, I read the speech and he documented. This is documented history that if he didn't have to, he wouldn't have freed the slaves, but they had to free the slaves because the North had got real cocky. They started going to the South, and the South, that's a no line. You can't come down here. Y'all up there in the industrial area, you coming out here to the South. So they came to the South and they got whooped. So the first thing they did was they started they got smart. Hey man, we need to grab these boys because we already getting whooped, because a lot of unstolen tourists was a black regiments, whole regiments put in a lot of work in the Civil War, but they go unlooked because all you think about is Gettysburg and all that, but you don't know about the many black lives that was lost. So really, it was just they didn't have no choice.
Using them in the front line.
Yeah, because they was industrial, but even in the North at that time, the black men still faced racial prejudice. But it's like Abraham Lincoln, and I have my views about that because he was a more, if that's all about. It was personal and it was business. Because they had lost so many people, man, they didn't have no choice. The North was getting whooped. So he didn't want to, but he knew that at the end of the day, if he didn't, they was going to lose.
But you got to also know this here. That's where the KKK had rised in also in the South. Behind that Civil War, there was some more members, some radicals or whatever, had got together that was against them freeing the slaves. You see what I'm saying? And that's the history on that, when the KKK was formed. Because most of the war, too, when they fought or whatever again, was about, y'all not freeing our slaves down south. You see what I'm saying? So the South was the ones that was like, we ain't letting these go. You know what I'm saying? And the North, like you say, was the ones that, we freeing them, So that's really what that war was about also in that. And then let's put them on the front line as well, so we can win. You know what I'm saying? So
and they use that as a rally cry because if you're looking at even at the South, how they did the war, like until the very end, like they didn't have no choice. They had a hierarchy. The slave owner, he didn't go to war. His son didn't go to war until they started getting waxed, and they didn't have no choice. Then they were taking anybody, it didn't matter who you was. Everybody was on the front line. So that's why I say everything is political, because at the end, anybody, as far as a scavenger, we're gonna speaking of scavenger. I'm not calling nobody a scavenger, but we're going to use a scavenger as an example. When it's time for him to try to survive, he's going to do whatever it takes to survive. So if I got to throw you to survive, that's what it is, man.
Right. And then, like you say, and a lot of our people were still handicapped even after they were free. They still didn't want to leave their masters because they feel that their masters took more better care than them. They can defend for their own. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been so handicapped so long. It's like, why you still here? You can leave. And does that remind you anything today's time?
Oh yeah, you got them. We call them coons, bootlickers. Yeah, I really feel for them because they don't know that it's life beyond the plantation, man. You got to take the veil off your eyes and see past the crops.
Well, let's go even a little deeper. I'm speaking about the things that is government funded. I'm talking about like the projects. I'm talking about whether it be Social Security, whether it be whatever is government funded. And it's still like, why should I go work? Or why should I open my own business when I got this check coming every month? You know what I'm saying? On the
no doubt.
So I'm just modernizing that to show you still today that we suffer behind that same colonization capitalist system. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real facts right there. It's still been a cycle that kept going on after the slaves. Here it is, 2021. And when you think about it, it's still modern day slavery going on. And the slave masters didn't treat you. The slave masters didn't freed you, but you still don't want to go out and be an owner, own your own. You don't work, you know what I'm saying, out there for something. You still want a handout, and you still want the government to take care of you. And that hurt our black community and our people as a whole, man.
Well, I'm gonna just say this here because I don't think everybody's trying to get a handout. I think some people, and I understand what you're talking about because you got certain situations. But I'm gonna just go back and just be real with you on when you go to Social Security and welfare. That was not designed for black income. That was for white underprivileged communities. So what you're seeing now is like, if you go, let's go to Chirac, because I love Chirac, man. I love going down there, man. I love like this because I understand, because my people are getting boxed in. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Chirac, let's go to the famous O Block that they probably shutting down now. You pushing them black people out and they have nowhere to go. So it's like what they doing and you seeing the killings going up. And then now look at Chicago. They killed FBG Duck on the Gold Coast that's like somebody getting killed at the Galleria. In the Galleria district. Have you heard about that? So somebody just getting gunned down at the Galleria? You ain't never heard of that?
That's a good area. That's a good area.
So that's what I'm saying.
Security real tight over there. Yeah, man. But man, hey, man, when we get to talking about this here, man, that's why we like try to keep it, authentic and true and real, man. So when y'all watching our shows, man, this is what you're gonna get from us, man. You're gonna get the unapologetic real truth from the real culture. That's why we are the real culture. And look, man, I'm your main man, AD Green, man.
It's your boy, Victor Maestro.
And look, man, make sure y'all subscribe right now and tell somebody how real this show is, man. So guess what? You can get them to subscribe because you told them.
Don't keep it a secret.
Yes, sir. And make sure that y'all, the listener party is coming up. I'm talking about July 17th.
Man, who hosting that? Is your boy? Is your boy?
Man, AD Green, man. I got my new music. I'm gonna be hosting or whatever, man. We're gonna have your girl Nene in the building. Man, this is a beautiful thing. Man, I am fly. Everybody, man, gonna be there, man. Make sure y'all pull up.
Vision in the building, man.
And don't miss this iconic moment, man. Like I said, man, real culture. I am AD Green, Victor Maestro, John Allen. Man, we in here, man. We gonna holler at y'all on the next show, man. Peace.
I don't really hear nothing. Sound like a BM when she fussing. She in my DMs ain't cuffing. From the bottom, from nothing. Still coming through with the orange over silver. 10 for a walk through.